Welcome back to German Suplex. Today we are going to predict the entire card for WWE Backlash, so starting with what is obviously going to be the best match of the night. Bad Bunny vs Damian Priest. I'm going with Bad Bunny because you cannot underestimate WWE's celebrity booking, they tend to look after the special guest. Plus this whole thing rules. We're really excited obviously about the Puerto Rico crowd. The location is set to make this a really hot show anyway, but you've got somebody in Bad Bunny that was born there and Damian Priest that was raised there, so I think the audience is just gonna be up for both guys. With it being a street fight, you are going to get outside interference aspects with the rest of the Judgment Day being involved somehow. Rey Mysterio and the rest of the LWO may be involved too. There's lore here because of course they teamed together and there's been aggro since WrestleMania when Bad Bunny intervened in the Judgment Day's business. I'm going with Bad Bunny, but I think it's a big night for Damian Priest with a star-making performance. Next up we have Omos vs Seth freaking Rollins. I should be hyped for this one, but there has been zero build, but it is an exciting graphic. I get that WWE is trying to be more like AEW here by trying to normalize fixtures with matches just happening, but without any build I don't know if we're going to get a proper finish. I'm gonna go with Seth Rollins, but it could go either way. Maybe they'll just go for having a big physical moment, as after the draft it seemed to have pointed us in the direction of Seth Rollins possibly being the first World Heavyweight Champion, while Omos is just a free agent. Next up, Austin Theory vs Bobby Lashley vs Bronson Reed. For me, I am going with Austin Theory. They've traded the secondary titles, so Imperium and Gunther have gone to Raw, while Theory's gone to SmackDown. To take the belt off Theory to give it to a Raw guy in Bobby Lashley or Bronson Reed now would leave SmackDown wanting a mid-card title. That's the most boring and rational reason I can give for a result for a match. I think it's gonna be the typical thing: Bobby Lashley spears Bronson Reed and then Austin Theory comes in from behind with a surprise roll-up to win it. I am sure it will be fun just because of the people involved, but it all feels a little bit predictable at this point. Next up we have the big six-man tag. Matt Riddle, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens going up against the Bloodline, obviously the Usos and Solo. Roman Reigns is the ghost at this particular feast. Roman has been drafted with Solo, and Paul and the Usos were drafted separately, all to SmackDown, but separately nonetheless. Even Solo has shown his frustrations with the Usos after they lost their tag title rematch. I expect Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn and Matt Riddle to win, if only to pile more pressure on the Bloodline, and I expect Jimmy to be the one to take the loss because I think that's the biggest element of this. I could well see Roman Reigns insisting on a trial of Jimmy after this, then you get Jay blocking the Samoan spike just as he did for Sami. Over to the women now with Bianca Belair vs Io Sky. With the Raw Women's Champion currently moving over to SmackDown, this is the last chance that they can do something interesting with the belts, before they just have to do a really awkward belt swap. Sky was primed for an upset here, with Damage Control clearly being on its last legs, and I believe that is going to be the point of this title change. However, WWE are probably going to go with the belt swap thing. With no Roman Reigns every week on SmackDown, you need to star in that spot, and that can kind of leads it to being Bianca Belair. They've not necessarily booked her that well as a TV character, but she always delivers on these kind of stages. The next match is Rhea Ripley vs Zelina Vega. I don't see Zelina Vega winning this one. I absolutely love this match. The booking by WWE is genuinely impressive with a localized geographical contender. I think right back to Clash of the Castle and also Elimination Chamber. It's really hard typically to build a believable first challenger, because either you burying the champion by having them drop the belt at the first time of defending, or you're making the whole thing too predictable. Zelina is going to have the crowd eating out the palm of her hand. This is one of the first times she's ever going to be able to work as a babyface, which is what her aerial style has always lent itself to. Main event time. Cody Rhodes vs Brock. What an awesome undisputed WWE Universal Championship match this is. What a perfect first opponent for the new champion Cody Rhodes. What a great match that builds on real-life anxiety about the future of Cody Rhodes. Oh wait, sorry, I forgot we did not get the awesome moment at WrestleMania we all wanted. For me, Cody has to win here, and he also needs to go on to win Money in the Bank so he can call his shot against Roman at SummerSlam. That is what I want to happen, so if I say it enough times maybe I can will it into happening. I think this is going to be a good match to watch, as I feel like Brock will have his selling shoes on for this one. Just please let Cody win. So what do you think is going to happen at Backlash 2023? Let me know in the comments and be sure to like and subscribe to the channel.